All right, guys. So I've been waiting to do this for quite a while. I've been sitting on this set for roughly 2 months. Um, and I wanted to start at the beginning of October because if you haven't noticed, it is the beginning of spooky season. So I picked up the Hocus Pocus set about 2 months ago and wanted to build it beginning of October and kind of take it through the month. After this set is built, I pre-ordered the UCS. Um, Holy crap! The recent UCS Jabba's barge. Sorry, my mind blanked. And all the gift with purchases. I was able to pick it up on October 3rd rather than the 6th because of being like a Lego insider. You're able to access it like 3 days earlier. So I pre-ordered that. My guess is by the time I'm done with the Hocus Pocus build, which is going to take me a few days, most likely it'll be here. So we will get after that UCS build as soon as it arrives. I'm super excited about it. The last time that there was anything close to this, I don't think there's been a UCS version of the sail barge. Um, but the last time they had like a Jabba minifig and did the whole thing, in the I think it was early 2000s, that set shot up to an enormous amount of money. And so I wanted to pick up this UCS set before it hit like crazy secondary market prices. So anyway, for today's build, we are starting bag number 1. So we're going to get after it. When you get a certain age, unfortunately, you have to wear spectacles to help you see. Because apparently I'm getting older. It's what I am reminded of on a daily basis, and I need them to help me be able to make out what I'm doing. So I have not opened up the instruction book yet, so I have no idea what bag 1 is. My guess would be it's going to be the front gate based on the pieces I'm seeing. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. So obviously we're going to have a stickers. We're going to have to apply at some point. But yeah, it looks like we are going to be working on the front gate. So let's get started with it. And kind of separate out some of these pieces that are obvious in what they are, just so they clutter less. Okay, take these out. All right. I've been doing I have a ton of videos I need to post. I've been working on a few of the generic brick builds over the last several weeks, kind of sampling them. There are some that I like, some that I don't like. I did them because I thought those of us out there that aren't made of money, it's kind of important that we, start getting some real true reviews of stuff. I get people with brick builds on my feeds constantly where it's like, I love this, I love that. And I can tell you right now, one of the builds I'm going to do a review on, they didn't talk about some of the complications with it. And if I would have known the complications, I probably wouldn't have bought it. And that's why legitimate reviews are important. But people are too concerned about making money, and they'll say anything they can to get an extra 50 cents put in their pocket, which to me is kind of horse crap, but that is the society we live in. So I will be doing an honest review of it, and like I said, the one build, if I would have known it, I wouldn't have purchased it. But I listened to review people, and that is the last time that is going to happen, because I reluctantly found out, not reluctantly, I unfortunately found out that people in the shit that is on TikTok doesn't mean crap. The other one that really is irritating is movie review people. They will go, "Oh, I saw this movie. You must watch it on Netflix." I have sampled several of these type of TikTok um, creators, I guess we can call them, and they're full of crap too. I have never found a video that they have actually, or a movie that they have recommended, that has ever been on the platform that they're recommending it for. So it's just bullshit. It's just crap. And the thing I can't understand for the life of me is why we got to do that. Why you got to lie your ass off, know you're doing it. And if you're a video review person and you see this, if you want to go toe to toe with why you do it, the fact that you're being dishonest is enough. I mean, how do you movies aren't on Netflix for 2.5 seconds, right? I mean, anyway, that's another one of my pet peeves that drives me nuts is those people. I mean, because there's been several, because I've seen reviews that they've done or, recommends that they've done for like movies, horror films, and I've been excited when I've seen it and tried to go immediately switch over to go look for it. And out of like 5 or 6, never found a single one that they've recommended. Now, unless they have a super secret Netflix account that only they have, which, I'm pretty sure that Diddy with his 1,000 bottles of baby oil even didn't have a super secret Netflix account, then it's just completely full of crap. All right, first sticker is up. This looks like one of the posts of the Sanderson sisters. Sanderson? I'm pretty sure it's the Sanderson sisters. Yeah. So it is going to be one of the posts. And let me guess, it's going to say ×2. No, it did not. Wow. And if you're curious, I'll take my camera off and show you. Oh, look at that. Hocus Pocus is on the tube. And I am wearing my Beetlejuice shirt. It's the one that I picked up when I went and as a family, we went and saw Beetlejuice when it was released. And I was like, hey, I would like to get a Beetlejuice like shirt. And shockingly enough, we found one at, I think it was like Walmart for like $10, which is this one. I've seen it on TikToks, so I didn't get lucky enough to be the only one to find it, because literally like 2 days after I bought it, I saw somebody have it. But that's cool. But there isn't enough like Beetlejuice, and unless you go to like a fan site, or I'm sure nowadays, there is, probably, if there's like a fan club of Beetlejuice, I'm sure they probably have, shirts and stuff for sale. I did see one at the movie theater, and I wanted to get it and completely spaced it off when we went. But it was, and if you've seen Beetlejuice, it's of the flyer in that movie. And it was like a white shirt, which white doesn't do well for me because I spill a lot. But it was cool looking, and I wanted to pick it up. You can kind of see in the background, see if I can kind of point to it right there. I picked up the handbook for the recently deceased when we were at the movie. And I did find a Beetlejuice NECA figure at, I believe it was Target. And so I had to pick up that. I do have a little bit of a NECA collection, so That's down in my office area, which I'm not in very much lately because I've been spending most of my time here in the Star Wars room. Yeah, and if you're asking what is up with an office in a Star Wars room, so I am what you would refer to as the ultimate. I am the ultimate nerd. And everybody in the house, like my daughter has her own room with bathroom and the whole 9 yards. Wife's got her Disney section downstairs, plus she has an office in her classroom. And so this, the Star Wars room might in the office might seem excess, but it is practical. All right, so it looks like we have cat prints, and I'm trying to understand how they put this on so it's angled. So it's kind of angled, yeah, like this. So I'll kind of show you. So it's actually, I figured it was going to be a bigger sticker, but it's just an angled cat print. I love the application of stickers. Like Lego people will bitch and complain about it, but I don't mind putting them on. They're fairly easy once you learn the technique. Use your brick separator. So it makes it so much easier. I don't know if you guys are as amazed as I am, but I've been following the Diddy stuff. And I won't, because we're brick building, I'm not going to like go deep dive into that, but what really fascinates me is how rich people believe, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in. I know right now the music industry is taking quite a hit from his sexual deviant behavior, but it just amazes me how whatever industry you're in, if you have money, what you think that you can get away with and nobody is going to say anything. And the reason for that is I think Diddy, Hollywood stars, I'm not going to say her name, but Diddy had a prominent girlfriend back in, I think, the mid to late 90s. And this is when he was doing all of his crap. I'm really hoping that her name does not get put in as somebody that's going to have legal issues because of knowing when people, when kids are being violated or women are being raped and things of that nature. The other thing that fascinates me about it, and something I don't quite understand, is you get shoved down your throat constantly about how deviant men are and blah blah blah. And obviously Diddy's got some problems because he did some shit he should not have been doing. And I am a believer in no women should have to put up with no woman should have to deal with sexual assault, sexual violence of any kind. Can't stand that. And if you're a man that abuses a woman physically or emotionally, you're a fucking coward. And I say it flippantly, but there's a man in our life that is extremely emotionally abusive, and he's a complete tool. He thinks he's slick, he thinks he's clever, but he's an absolute douchebag. So it's just amazing to me, though, that you will get people that will be, and I'm going to imagine if what they're saying is true about some of the celebrities that are going to be named in lawsuits coming up. These are people that championed women's rights. These are people that were all about, hey, women need to be strong in like the music industry, the movie industry. What is up with that? If you're championing those messages, but you're a deviant in your personal life, how the how in how do you get up and function? Right? I don't pretend to be a perfect person at all. There are people out in the world that hate my fucking guts and will tell you all kinds of weird shit to make me look in a not positive light. But guess what? I can wake up every day, look at myself in the mirror, and there's a reason for it. How if you're a deviant like that and you can claim to be for certain groups of people and then you behave that way? And there's going to be a shit ton of people. I mean, I saw the list they released of the party guests. Are you like kidding me? If even half of those people get in trouble or are under a microscope for the shit that happened at Diddy's parties, holy crap, it's going to be the upper tier of the music, movie, and TV industry. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. But it's hard. I take the whole, sexual exploitation thing personally because I have a stepdaughter, and how on God's green earth do I face her on a daily basis supporting sexual deviance? I can't. I won't. Because all that shit, whew, all right, it's going to get me all flustered. It just sucks because there's going to be some people that are going to have a reckoning they're going to have to deal with. And it is going to be entertaining for all the internet trolls out there. And you know who you are. So, that's going to be comical to watch them, literally have, an erection and all that stuff with all the stuff that's going to come out because it's going to give them a crap ton of stuff to talk about. So, and then you're going to get a ton of people that are going to deny allegations, accusations. No, that wasn't me. I couldn't have done that. I didn't see anything. You're going to get a lot of your standard shit. One of the funniest parts, though, is like comedians have taken this and run wild with, especially the 1,000 bottles of baby oil that were found in Diddy's house. And I told Stacy that last night. And she looked at me and she's like, "Baby oil? Why would you need?" She's kind of a naive. She's not extremely experienced in deviant behavior. And I used to work in a profession that dealt with deviance on a daily. And so that's why I'm familiar with it. But she asked about baby oil. And it was like, he uses lubricant and 1,000 bottles. And his attorney, and my daughter was sitting on the couch at the time, and his attorney tried to justify the purchase or the 1,000 bottles that they found. And of course, he said something to the effect that the amount of bottles they found is irrelevant. Besides, the mansion that he lived in, there is a Costco in the same city. And we know how much Americans love to shop in bulk. That was literally what his attorney had said to the news media that were asking about that. And I'm watching that going, are you shitting me? His attorney is really saying that? Like, oh my God. This court case is going to be a absolute entertaining shit show. And we haven't had an entertaining shit show of a court case since the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard fiasco. And so, the public is dying for this shit to be on trial. And damn good and well that they're going to allow cameras in the courtroom, during this time. And they're going to do it under the guise of we want those that have been involved in this to be afraid of what is coming. They're going to say something to that effect. But the reality is, the attorneys that are going to be representing either the government or Diddy are going to become instant celebrities. Whether you're a positive celebrity or a negative celebrity, it doesn't matter. You're going to become instantly a celebrity. And that is why they're going to agree to do that shit. And that is going to be, of course, an unspoken, because you look like a complete tool if you say, yeah, we're gonna televise it because we want to become famous. They're not gonna say that shit. Although I wish they would and just be honest. But yeah, they're gonna become celebrities instantly, just like, everybody that was involved in the Johnny Depp case became celebrities instantly, whether it was a good one or a bad one. I mean, you think about it, right? Even Amber Heard's profile went up 2 notches. Not in a good way. Still went up 2 notches, though. And I think they ran her ass out of the country, and I think she's living in like Spain or something like that now. And I think she also did that because they couldn't go after her financially if she was there. So anyway, all right. So bag number one, I just find those things interesting, but I'm about the truth. And those of you TikTokers who put out bullshit, especially when it comes to this legal stuff, please stop. People want to know what is really happening. They want to be able to rely on the information that they're being given. So please do not sensationalize. Be truthful. All right. Bag one so far. We have the gate, as you see here, black cat, and it obviously will swing open both sides. Kind of cool. Sanderson logos on each pillar. Kind of cool, like that. All right. And then we have a sticker to install, sticker number 9. Oh, so this it looks like Tombstone. All right. The kind of fun part, though, is Jesus Christ, I hate it when I drop pieces. The fun part was pre-ordering the UCS Jabba sail barge. I had to hustle my butt off to earn it, so it wasn't coming out of our home's normal finances. Because my hobby is, anybody that's on this app kind of knows that if you're a Lego person, life is fucking expensive because Lego sets aren't cheap. And collecting like that. Wait, that's the back side of it. All right. One minor correction here. The one thing I do have to say, though, when it comes to brick quality, I mean, you can love the generic sets, and there's some that I really love because they think outside the box with their builds, and I love that. but nothing compares to the brick quality of Lego. Nothing. But I will say, even though Lego is creative, nothing compares though to the creativeness of some of the generic sets. Because I've seen some really excellent stuff that they've put out. One of which I had the video to post, but it's from Mold King, and it is the Empire over. Oh shit! Hold on. Anyway, it's the Empire over like the city on Rogue One. I'm blanking now, but it's like a 3,000 piece build, and it's basically when in Rogue One when they have that city in the mountain and the Star Destroyers over it, they have that set that they did, and it's a good looking set. I enjoyed working with them. Mold King is very good for their. They're very good with their brick quality. They're the best as far as I'm concerned. All right, here's so far. We had the little. All right, we're doing the other gravestone here. All right. This is going to be a fairly quick. Bag one is not super complicated. Doesn't look. The other thing I've noticed too, brick building over the last couple years, it seems, and I'm just guessing, but it seems that Lego has decided to put less pieces per bag than they ever used to. And we were talking about it last night, and the speculation was, they do that because they understand that a lot of their stuff is getting put on social media, and to create smaller like video segments, if they did more per or less per bag, creators video segments would be shorter, and then therefore more people would watch them, which in turn would mean that Lego would get more business. And you have to think about it. If that is what their intention was, that's pretty freaking smart. It's smart with no immediate returns, right? Because once you start doing less pieces per bag, it takes a while for that trend to kick in. And so they would do it, hoping that would be the case, but not knowing for sure. And that's why it's gutsy. They're still going to make their money, but they're looking to get more of a money grab because of the popularity of their bricks building now. And people go nuts for Lego and other brick sets. Which is hilarious because when I started brick building like 4 years ago, I think it was 4 years ago, people, when they would ask me like some of my hobbies and I would say Lego, they would look at you like, they'd be like, really? Isn't that kind of, they won't say it, because then they think that, you're a special needs person that lives in your mother's basement. They won't say it, but they kind of look at you that way. And it's like, no, I mean, the artwork that is Lego is what is enjoyable. I mean, these things are art pieces. Anybody says different, they're insane. or they haven't taken a legitimate look at what Lego is doing these days. But it is completely art. I mean, we display Lego in our house. I mean, as home decor. I mean, Stacy has her Disney section. We have on our bar, we've got, two UCS, collector series Disney castles. So, yeah, so that goes there. This goes here. All right. And two of these. All right. That's what we got going on so far. Oh, see, that's clever. And then we snap these two together. Hey, that's pretty freaking cool. And this is the first, outside of like Star Wars and Indiana Jones, this is the first, and I made this comment to Stacy last night, this is the first Disney set that I have done outside of those things, especially when it comes to like houses and castles and stuff, that I've decided to put together myself. But I tell you what, the year is flying by. It just seemed like yesterday that Stacy was on summer break being a school teacher, and then bam, we're back at school. And then it seemed like yesterday back at school started, and now it's the beginning of October, which is crazy. So one thing I've noticed though, and I don't know if you guys have too, like as you get older, you find that life speeds up. And what I mean by that is, like, I don't know if you remember being, 12, 13 years old, you couldn't wait until you turned 16. You get your license and the whole thing, because that was a growing up step in your life, right? And it seemed it would take forever to get to 16. And then it was kind of the same thing with 18. It seemed like it takes forever. Waiting for it, become an adult, the whole thing. And then, of course, 21, because now you can go out and drink, right? Legally and all that good stuff. And then, like, all the milestone kind of things, right? Well, now, once you don't have anything birthday milestone wise to look forward to, it just seems like you think about time far less as you get older, and it goes by. I mean, I'm 47 right now. My brain feels like it's 18. Of course, my body, reminds me how old I am on a daily basis. But you think about those things far less, and then of course, it goes by quick. All right. So I'm thinking we're putting together a tree. I'll show you. We only have a few pieces left, and then we'll kind of show you what step one looks like as soon as or bag one, excuse me. We have several steps, but like we're on step right now 55. Okay, so we're putting together the tree branches now. I need one of those and one of these. So we're doing it times 2. Times 2. All right. All right, so one branch goes here, and it kind of looks like it's moved to the front. And then this one goes on top of it, and it goes off to the side. All right, and then we cap it. That. And then we put in this branch. And then the other fence. So we turn that around. Snap that in. No, I'll see. All right, and then we clip the other side in, and this sucker is done. And this is bag number. And always look at the pieces left over. If you've got more than one of the same piece, most likely you missed something. Something I've learned from experience. But there we go. Front fence of the Hocus Pocus house. All right, guys, that is bag one. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we're going to be doing another bag here real soon.